So, Bungie has pushed the exotic patch to May. Well, that's unfortunate. But let's reimagine the exotic armor anyways, you know. Let's brainstorm some ideas to improve it. We're gonna start with the Warlock, and then in the other episodes we're gonna go for weapons and Titan and Hunter exotic armor. So let's start from the bottom. First thing, got the Stag. What it currently does is every time you get critically wounded, it restores 50% of your rift energy, and every time you die, it just throws a rift down on your ghost. Very, it's situational, but could be useful, especially when you want someone to res you quicker. There's a reason. So the way I would improve it is every time you hit critical health, you'll regenerate a small amount of melee and grenade energy. It's gonna be like 10 or 15%, not that much, but it's gonna be useful utility for a quicker regeneration. Plus, will help you in those clutch moments. Okay, but overall, it's good exotic. Variant aspects, I don't think this needs a change. It readies your weapons quicker, you aim down sights slightly quicker, and your melee reaches a increased. One of the best Warlock exotics there is, if not the best. Vesper of Radius. How would I make this better? Well, currently, what it does is when you're near enemies, your rift regenerates much quicker, and no, it continuously stacks. And when you put down your rift, it pushes back enemies and slightly damages them, I believe. Yep, there it is. So, how would I change this? First of all, I would like to do it differently for healing and empowering rift. So let's start with healing. It would regenerate your healing overshield, regenerated by 50% quicker. So when you're full health and you're in a healing rift, it will regenerate your and your allies' overshield 50% quicker. Now, for empowering rift, I think what it should do is increase the radius by 50%. So the rift will be 50% larger, so it will be much better for some of the raid boss encounters like Argos. You just put her down a rift, and more people can get in there without rocketing themselves to death. Yeah, that would be quite charming. Aeon Soul works good for Warlocks, works horrible for Titan and Hunters. Really easy fix. All you gotta do is give Titan Hunters great energy, just like it does to Warlocks. Because that's a smart thing to do. Okay, Lunafaction Boots. What this one does is when you put down a rift and you strafe in and out of a rift, that rift will reload your weapon that you're currently firing. It's very awkward to use, and it's good for solo play, but the Titan Barricade is just more easier to use. You don't have to move around in an awkward position and get in and out of a rift every couple of seconds. So what I think they should do is make all your stowed weapons reload immediately. For example, you take out a rocket, you put down a rift, you shoot a rocket at Callus, you then switch to your primary, or I guess you could say kinetic, and then switch back to your rocket, but the rocket would be reloaded completely, and you can just keep doing that. It won't be as fast as a rally barricade, but that will be pretty damn close, and will be much more easier to use and understand for your entire team. Okay, transversive steps. So what it does is increase your sprint, slide distance, and your strafe speed. Also, while you're sprinting, it's gonna slowly reload your energy weapons, which is, it reloads them extremely slowly. It's like 6 bullets every 5 seconds of sprinting. Not very effective. So what I think they should do is, I guess, remove the energy reloading thing for these boots, and just pretty much increase the sprint speed. Make it more noticeable, because right now it's really hard to notice, even if you're wearing them. They do stack with Amida, so there's that, but these boots aren't really good. I don't really... they could, bring back the Destiny 1 perk, where when you walk over ammo, it automatically rolls your weapon. That would be great. That would actually work pretty well. Okay, next, Nezarec Sin. I would say a really good exotic for PE. All of your Void kills, Void ability, and Void weapon burn kills will restore a small portion of your melee, grenade, rift, and super. Doesn't matter what subclass. You could be Arc. If you get a kill with a Void weapon while wearing this, it would still reload everything. I mean, not reload, regenerate everything. Yeah, that's more accurate representation. Okay. This one is great. Nothing really could be changed about it. You could slightly increase the amount it regenerates, or it could just refresh the duration every time you get a kill, because right now it doesn't. So let's say if you kill 3 enemies in 2 seconds, you still have to kill another enemy once this effect stops, and that could be quite annoying. But rather than that, It's a good exotic. Eye of Another World. So, what this does, it pretty much gives you a mod for melee, grenade, and rift. Pretty much a free. It gives you three mods, pretty much three mods of regeneration. Now they're gonna revamp mods, and what I think I should do is buff this thing accordingly to the revamped mods. For example, if they're gonna increase the grenade regeneration mod by 50%, this also should get the same buff. And, you know, it will continue to be as useful as it always was, which is pretty useful. It's not bad. Next is Crown of Tempest. Also, I think this should stay the way it is. All it does is all your arc ability kills will increase your arc ability regeneration. It's a very strategic exotic. You want to use this with strategy, but it has its uses, you know. So, for example, can you kill that enemy with that grenade? And if you do, you'll get a lot of that grenade back. Plus to that, you also will regenerate your melee and your super. So should you do it? Or should you use your super now and get your melee, grenade, and rift back? It's, you know, you gotta think before you use this, which I kinda like. So, not much they should change about this. Skull of the Ahamkara. What this does is, while in your Nova Bomb, you take less damage, and, when you kill it with your Nova Bomb, it will, restore your super. It gives you as much super energy. Now, it favors quantity over quality. So, for example, if you kill 5 red bars and and then you kill 2 yellow bars, it's gonna give you more. You know, with your super, it's gonna give you more. What do you call it? Energy, more super energy for killing those 5 red bars instead of 2 yellow bars. So I think we should adjust it to, you know, also favor quality just as favors quantity. Also, instead of reduce damage while channeling it, I think after you're done channeling the Nova Bomb, you should get a slight overshield instead of that. Because usually, if you don't kill someone with your Nova Bomb, they have a tendency to fire back at you. And they usually kill you because you're kind of stuck in air after you use the Nova Bomb. So that would be, you know, somewhat useful. Wings of Sacred Dawn. Well, first thing, here's what it does. It, when you aim your weapon in air, it allows you to stick in air for a small duration, and every time you get a precision hit, it will increase the duration. Now, this is a self-contradicting exotic because the sandbox right now does not allow you to, you know, get some awesome in-air snipes because in-air accuracy is completely screwed up. You could get a headshot, but it's going to count as a body shot or miss completely, and so on and so forth. So I really hope we're going to fix the in-air accuracy thing. But, so what I think this should do is it should give you the mobility. Now, this only works with Dawnblade, so here, I'm going to show you. So what I think it should give you the Icarus Dash and Phoenix Dive at the same time. So let's say if you're in a top tree, you have Icarus Dash, and you wear those robes, they will also give you Phoenix Dive by default, and vice versa. If you have bottom tree, it's going to give you Icarus Dash by default. So it's pretty much gonna give you max mobility on your Dawnblade, kind of like the fantasy, kind of like Osiris in that trailer, from if you even remember that. Okay, next armor. Next thing we have Starfire Protocol. The thing about this the exotic itself isn't really bad. It's the fusion grenades. What it does is every time you kill someone with a fusion grenade, it's completely gonna regenerate your rift. It also gives you an extra fusion grenade. So if fusion grenades ever get buffed, well, this thing is gonna be awesome. But right now, it's not. The only time this is actually very useful is during Callus. If you're the only Warlock, you can, like, instead of 1 rift, you can get 3 rifts if you have all of your grenade energy. So yeah, it has its uses there. Winter Skyle. What it does is every time you get a melee kill, it's gonna increase your melee damage for 5 seconds. Every time you get another melee kill, the timer's gonna reset, and it's gonna stack, I think, up to 5 times. What I think I should do is, instead of 5 seconds, it should be 10 seconds for more time. Because, honestly, these things would be good, but they have such a slow... they have such a painfully low timer. You're pretty much in a rush to keep getting kills. Maybe like up to 8 seconds, same as Voidwalker Devour. So it will like pair beautifully with those. But yeah, they just need a slight buff, and it will be really great in PvE. Not so much PvP, because, you know, melee damage is still kind of awkward. Guaranteed armlets. Here's what they do. They increase resilience, mobility when you hit a target with your melee, and they're also going to highlight them. And melee kills greatly restore health. So what I think we should do instead, once you melee damage, we should increase your resilience, and give you a small amount of health back, like the other version did before they, I guess, got nerfed, you could say, or reworked. So you get a melee hit, you get a little bit of health and a little bit of resilience, which stack. So you keep hitting the melee, you get more and more health and more resilience. You know, they shouldn't be that overpowered in PvP. It's kind of like the RAM in Destiny 1. You know, it'll have like the survivability use, so it'll be pretty nice. And finally, Sunbracers, the nerf Destiny 1 exotic. So what they do is they increase the duration of your solar grenade, you know, the ball Warlock solar grenade, and your charged melee gives you around 25% of the grenade energy back. So what I think I should do is revert it back to how it was in Destiny 1 Year 3. Pretty much remove the melee, charged melee grenade cooldown reduction, and just give it a second grenade and be over with it. It's gonna make this thing, you know, much more desirable for PvE and in PvP. And, you know, that's pretty much it. Okay, that's it for Warlock armor. I will see you next time for, I guess we're gonna go Titan, Hunter, or just weapons in general. How could it improve those weapons? Or armor. Okay, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.